Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and in this video I will be explaining you one concept on graph, that is to find the number of connected components in the graph. So now let's discuss the concept of connected components with the help of the example, and after that I will show you how to code this with the help of this editor. So suppose if we have given this graph in which the edges between the nodes are undirected, and there may be possibility that one subgraph is disconnected or completely disconnected from other subgraph. Now what do we mean by connected components is, in this subgraph the nodes are connected with each other through an edge, directly or indirectly. So this contributes to one subgraph and we call it as connected component. Likewise, the single node here is also called as connected component. This is also one connected component, and this is also one connected component. So overall in this graph we have 4 connected components. So we have to return our answer as 4 in this case. So now let's find it out how to do this with the help of the code. Okay, so for that what we're gonna do is we use the DFS method to find the number of connected components in this graph. If you haven't watched my DFS video, watch it first, then it will be very clear for you. In DFS what we're gonna do is we will maintain one visited array which will keep track of the nodes which are currently visited or which is yet to be visited. Okay, suppose if we have 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, I have write down all the nodes here and I initialize the visited array with all false because initially no node is being explored. And what we're gonna do is we start with the 0th index here and we call DFS on this I. That means initially we will call DFS of 0. So when we call DFS of 0, what it gonna happens is we call DFS on this, the visited of the 0 becomes true. Let me change the color. The visited of the 0 become 2, and we will, after this we will explore the node 1 and visited of 1 become 2. Likewise we explored 3, visited of 3 become 2, and likewise we visited 2 and visited of 2 become 2. So this all 4 nodes, the visited of this all 4 becomes true, and we will get back to the driver function from where we will call DFS. Okay, now I is incremented to the next location, that's it first, and we will check that if visited of this is false or true. So the visited of this is true, so we will not explore this one. Likewise we skip this 2 3 also and we jump to the 4. Now remember one thing, whenever we call the DFS on any I, then the number of connected components is increased by 1. Like initially it is 0, it is increased by 1 because we have found one connected component here. After that when we are at 4, we check that visited of this is true or false. So visited of this is false, so we call DFS on this node 4. So when we call DFS on this node 4, it will make the visited of 4 5 6 as 2, and it will increase the number of connected component by 1. So we increment I here and I here. So here again we found out that visited of 7 is false, so we will call DFS on 7. So just remember the sequence. First we call DFS on 0, then we call DFS on 4, then we call DFS on 7, and when we call DFS on 7, it will make visited of these 2 nodes as 2 and increase the components by 1. After that increment I, check if the visited of this node is true or false, so it is false, so again increment I, check if the visited of this node is true or false, so it is false, so explore that node, increment connected component by 1 and make visitor of this node as 2, and when we exceeds our I, return to the main function. So basically this is a simple case where with the help of the DFS we find the number of connected component in this graph. So in this case we have 4 connected components. So now let's analyze the time and the space complexity for the same. What we are doing is, effectively we are running DFS on n number of nodes with or m vertices. So overall time complexity it will take is O of m plus n, that is the time complexity of DFS only, because each node is visited at least once, or at most once or twice. Okay, so its complexity is O of m plus n, and the space complexity is also O of m plus n, because in worst case what we're gonna do is we will have a straight chain of nodes and all will push into the stack, therefore the complexity will reach O of m plus n. So this is the time complexity of DFS only. So for finding the number of connected components we use the DFS, whose time complexity is same as that of the DFS only. So now let's look at the code for it and try to get it with the help of the code. Here what we have taken that graph only which I have showed you with the help of the example. Now we have created, or we have take the nodes and edges in the form of the unordered map, and the graph is undirected. And what we are going to do is we will going to store our answer or the number of connected components in this variable answer, and we will call this function driver code. Now let's check out this function. This is the driver code in which we have passed the graph in the form of the unordered map, the number of nodes which we have, and the answer variable which we have passed using the reference. So for that we have created, for using the DFS we have created a visited array which is initialized to false at the beginning for all the nodes, and for each node we have to first check that this is the checking condition which I have mentioned, that if visited of that particular node is false, that means that node is yet to be visited. So increment our answer by 1 because our components is increased by 1 when we call DFS, and call this connected component method, that is GFS only. So when we call this connected component method, it takes an argument a graph which is represented in the form of the unordered map, the visited boolean array which will keep track of the nodes which have visited or not visited, the start variable from where we have to start the DFS. And this is a simple DFS algo which I have showed you in my previous videos of DFS also. So this is basically for all neighbors of the start node. If it is not visited, then visit that same function again and be visited of this S2, and this process repeats until all the nodes of the particular subgraph is visited. So when it's come out of this function and get back to the driver code, for the next unvisited node we have to again check this and call the connected component. So overall time complexity in this case is O of m plus n only, which is the complexity of DFS only, and the space complexity is also O of m plus n. Now let's see the working of this code. First I will compile this code, and you can see that it compiled successfully, and when we run it we find out that number of connected components is 4, as I also showed you with the help of this example also, that this is one component, this is one component, this is one component, this is one component. So hope you like this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section and I will get back to it. Okay.